there comes a point at every time where
once a year
your character is tested as a man.
Oh.
And starting this podcast, there's plenty of highs.
What highs?
Every week when Cowboys normally give up, the odd occasion that Souths win, and we're actually on them. A Dragons ambush when you put them upset alert.
Nah, I wish.
Melbourne putting 200 on the scoreboard. But this was a round that made me question my love for punting, question my patience with the sport, question the world. But come hell or high water, we will rock up to this fucking podcast and have words for
Not
all
if
8 games. But the caveat was that if Dolphins won, I wasn't fucking showing up. But thank you, Reece Walsh. Anyway, welcome to the BackYourself podcast. Hussein and Christopher here to talk some footy in round 24 of the NRL.
3 rounds to go.
Which really pissed me off this week, but it is what it is. How are you, Christopher? Are you as pissed as me?
Yeah. I feel like at least 5 of the games, the teams that lost actually deserve to win.
Okay, I know where you're coming from. I have a different take on that. And if I could give this round a theme, it was cunts played garbage and won by a landslide because of how fucking garbage their opposition played. That was the theme. And there's multiple games to point to that.
Fair enough.
But in my eyes, probably the wrong team won like 6 out of the 8 games this weekend.
Yeah.
And I guess that's a segue into Thursday night. Shout out to JB, Jeremy, all the Melbourne Purple faithful, Christopher for hitting upset.
Back on upset.
For the 50th time, let's fucking go. The Melbourne Storm. We send out as +6.5 underdogs. They end up winning outright. Here were the Penrith players, and here comes Harry Grant through the heart of them to put a dagger into these cunts and prevent their 10-game winning streak to fucking win 22-18 full-time in a game really that, in my opinion, they were dominated for about 60 minutes. But I'll let you have the first word because it was your upset alert. How impressed were you by Melbourne literally going there with no players and winning yet again?
I'm impressed but scared for the future. I'm very impressed. I mean, this just shows truly, regardless of what happens from this point going forward, Melbourne are the best team in this competition and Melbourne deserve to win the premiership regardless of what happens. Don't come at me, Raiders fans. You cunts lost the Dragons. So did Melbourne. But don't come at me, Raiders fans. We'll see you cunts next week. But Melbourne, full strength, are the best team in the competition and they have been since day one. Will that convert into a premiership? Let's hope, because unlike this round, it actually, the last, I would say 2.5 months, the right side has won when they've played good and won the game. And this week just wasn't that. And Melbourne, in my opinion, weren't the right side again. But I don't know what it is about Penrith, but it's just like this sort of game. I know in the finals they won't do something like this. And I saw glimpses even in this game that Penrith, in a grand final or final setting that they play Melbourne, that they would just beat Melbourne by doing what they do best, which is just defend hard and kick long and don't let Melbourne into your half. And literally the only time they didn't do that was when they made the mistake and gave Coates an intercept and then let Melbourne back in the game. Because other than that, Melbourne really didn't do much. Credit to them, obviously, Melbourne, to come back and win from there because they don't have the troops, right? But hypothetically, Hughes was there or not. Hughes is probably the only example. I'm not going to get into Pappy. But Hughes, for example, even if he was there, I mean, how much does it change? Okay, like it would have been closer. But the way Penrith played didn't really matter who was in the halves or who was at fullback. So realistically, Penrith lost it because Talangi threw the pass, which is exactly true. Credit to Melbourne for coming back, but to be honest, a lot of these rounds and a lot of these games, I really don't care because until Penrith is eliminated, I don't give a shit because they're going to play finals, and as long as they're there, they're going to piss me off until they're gone. So Melbourne and Raiders and Dogs and Roosters, Sharks, all you cunts that are there, Warriors, you cunts won't do it. All you cunts that are there, just beat this team and eliminate them, please, because until they're out, I can't say much about
I'll
Penrith.
ask you a question, Chris. Are you more or less convinced that they will get bounced early in the finals?
I'm more convinced they won't.
Yeah.
Because Melbourne essentially got lucky. Look, you create your own luck, Warriors fans. You create your own luck, and
well, sometimes the bunker creates it for you.
Yeah, Coates was like the ball was shit. First of all, shit from Talangi. But Coates is like, that's what he does, and he caught it and essentially ran the whole field. Shout out to McLean, I guess, he caught him. Hypothetically, everyone thought he tackled him, but he didn't. I knew straight away it was a try. But other than that mistake, Penrith played like Penrith, and to be honest, they can do that to anyone.
That was their second try, right? The first try was just a kick to Coates.
Yeah,
where he scored in the air, which was again another theme of this round. If you had a 6'5" winger and the opposition didn't, except when you were playing Jai Gray, you pretty much scored at will. In my opinion, the infuriating thing about this game was it actually unfolded exactly like the fucking grand final.
Yeah.
These cunts. Melbourne,
except they made a mistake.
Melbourne, first of all, Munster played fullback, which was hilarious.
Yeah.
Because pre-game, we actually thought it was going to be Joe Chan and Co in the centres, but Bellamy said, fuck that, and he put Munster to fullback, Meaney to centre, and he brought in Pezzett. So these cunts ran out Pezzett and Wishart on one, which is fucking new to me. But for 60 minutes of this game, Melbourne couldn't get out of their own 20-metre line. Really.
No, they couldn't.
It was like watching the grand final over again. You know, if Melbourne get down there in the grand final as well, they have Grant and Hughes and Pappy.
It doesn't matter, though.
They can do some tricky shit and score. In this game, it was like, well, they can just go down and kick the Coates, and then that was like 3 of their tries, essentially. But Penrith actually kept them from getting there for like an hour of this game. And they went up 12-4. There was no invitation at this point for Melbourne to fucking do anything and come back to this game, because they just simply don't have the forwards either, which when you compare forward pack to forward pack, that's probably the one big question mark that people have had on the Melbourne team in the last couple of years, and where they did fall short in the grand final. But once Blaze threw the intercept, everything changed. And from that point, it wasn't just that Coates scored, it was the roll-on effect of Melbourne actually being able to make meters immediately after in the following set. Penrith did a couple high tackles. Melbourne got down the other end. I'd say in Melbourne's defense, I think they went like 1 out of 5 converting. They actually scored
4 tries.
4 tries to 2.
Or 5, right?
5 tries to 3.
Yeah.
They just couldn't convert any of them, which fair enough.
What the hell, Meanie?
I would say shout out to Melbourne for sticking in there at 12-4 and finding a way. Even if the opposition threw that way to you, through Blazers pick 6, you cunts actually stood in the fight and didn't back down to them. You didn't think, oh, fuck, we're just missing too many players and it's getting too hard. You stood in there and you waited for an opportunity, and once it rose, at least you have the talent and the players to take advantage of that, get back into contest. 12-10 made things interesting, and you scored. I think Cyclops scored not much longer in Seve. But then Penrith kind of came back immediately and fired back and scored themselves. But I'd say at the end of the game, what you're referring to, Chris, the uncharacteristic Penrith mistakes. Edwards played good for like 70 minutes.
What
and then
was he doing?
Me. I mean, this can't just...
He almost blew it in regulation.
Almost blew it in regulation, and then blew it on the first set. If you knock the ball on in your own half and golden point, you're essentially fucking finished. No matter what happens. Maybe there were like conditions, and I think their top 2 field goal kickers would be Hughes and Pappy, who weren't there. So it was like, can Munster kick one from fullback? But Harry Grant said, fuck you cunts. And how horny Penrith were to go and shoot out to him. He just split the Red Sea.
You know what? I'll give you an ultimatum, and the comment section can reply to this. I wonder if Grant actually passed it back to Munster and Munster missed the field goal. I wonder if they'd give a penalty for offside.
No, of course not.
Well, were they square or not?
Doesn't matter.
Clearly they weren't.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, I guarantee they wouldn't have given that a penalty, which we've seen from some other teams, i.e. Knights, which we'll get to them a bit later. But luckily, Grant said, I'm going to take matters in my own hands and be a dickhead and run through.
These cunts are so not square that I'll just walk right through them, sure.
Because he didn't go, he didn't go, to the left or right. He literally ran by. He walked through.
Also, in regulation, we had the Cleary kicked the field goal, but Moses Leota...
Good job, Grant.
...did a moving screen, which was a penalty for anyone that wants to fight us on that. We'll see you in the comment section, pretty boys.
Penalty, yeah.
Second to that was the Liero charge down, which he got it right. Didn't end up running into the kicker, hitting Cleary's leg, which shows me that they've learnt from that stupid Manly loss where Harry Grant got penalised. And Melbourne, it was a good old-fashioned... Nobody thinks they can win. They don't have the players to win. They're down, and they're essentially... The refs counted to 9. They're about to get knocked out, but they found a way. And that's what you get when you take a side like Melbourne, particularly at $2.70. Shout out to the boys.
Shout out to Seabass.
I would say that if Melbourne play to their capacity, we've been saying since April, this competition's over. They're going to fucking destroy everyone. They literally ran out Joe Chan and Co off the bench when this is a side that still has Nelson, Howarth, Warbrick, and Hughes to come back into it, where
And Failonga.
Like,
and
they are the side that can score from literally anywhere on the park. You want to go left and kick to Coates? That's probably not going to be fucking containable. You want to go right and kick to Qatar? You can do that. Do you want Harry Grant to just walk through the fucking Red Sea? You can do that.
They're so talented.
Do you want a ball play with Hughes on the right side? Do you want Hughes and Pappy to combine on the left with Munster at the back? Like, they should win the comp. They probably will win the comp. And outside of Penrith somehow strangling them in another finals game to put the dagger into this cunt's eye, I think that this competition's over, personally.
Look, I hope it's over because I want Melbourne to win.
Now,
and we can have a discussion about, is this team better than the 2020 team?
Fuck no.
Because they had Cameron Smith.
Anyway, shout out to Harry Grant, who I said a couple of weeks ago plays better when no one's there, and he's kind of put this team on his back in the last 2 to 3 weeks and played possessed. So
Munster again did nothing.
It was a very, very key win as underdogs, where their competition for a home final, the fucking Bulldogs, they didn't manage to win, did they? The shit cunts.
Well, you know what's incredible as well?
Home quarter's pretty much wrapped up.
Let's see if they do them a favour, because if Penrith do fucking Melbourne a favour, these cunts are going to finish first without trying.
After not trying for 22 of the 24
Imagine them
games.
playing Warriors.
Oh, God. Anyway, that is a good segue, Christopher, onto the Waz. Shout out to the Waz. That's all you're getting from me this round, because I would say this was probably the worst win of the season. I think I said it at somewhere else. Fuck me, boys. Like, you had cunts that fall off a cliff.
Look.
A win's a win, don't get me wrong.
I've destroyed them.
Congratulations. But I think even deep down, the Waz know that the Waz fans, Waz Nation, all of New Zealand, all my G's, they know they're fucking garbage.
I've destroyed their season single-handedly by keep betting against them. They haven't covered since the Knights game. And they didn't even cover that game.
No, they covered the Dolphins game.
Oh, yeah.
For
But they
no
lost.
reason, yeah.
But they lost.
Okay. Essentially, a snapshot. You're playing Brisbane. You're in the contest. You're third or whatever the fuck you cunts were. Metcalf does his ACL. From this point forward, immediately, you get pumped in the second half of the Brisbane game. You beat Knights, who we just saw. Fuck me. Through Halasima's heroics. You lost the Titans, who we also saw this week. You cunts lost the Dolphins, who that was their last win of the year, as far as I'm concerned. And who they get raped by?
Dogs.
Yeah, you got raped by dogs
Which
in the rain. Dogs are not really raping anyone at this stage. The more games dogs play, the more that result against them looks worse and worse. And then
you barely beat Dragons.
You beat a 13-player Dragons team with 55-60% possession, all the ball in the 20, and
the rubbish call of the year.
Outside of a head clash, you cunts were probably going to be down 20-0 at halftime. And we also had the obstruction call, which we'll get to earlier, but fuck me, Warriors. Like, for those that said, nah, season's going to be all good without Metcalf, it's not.
No, but
truly, if Metcalf played, they might have had 36 at the end of this game.
Don't lay this on Metcalf, because everyone's playing awful. The whole team has just lost it.
James Fisher-Harris, you're playing awful.
Jackson Ford, my God, he was
may
bad.
As well have run out in a Dragon shirt. Pompey, who scored 2 in the second half.
The fact you left Fine.
I mean, 5 minutes into the game, Fine is just walking past you. Horrible. Tanner Boyd, shithouse as always. One of my personal favourites, Harris Tavita, has been awful since Metcalf went down. Yeah. And that kind of just goes to show that it was actually just Metcalf carrying this kind of... When he's in a primary playmaking role, he's awful. Who else do we have?
The wingers play, like Roger and Dallin.
Yeah, they played pretty good. Like, they had a go.
And Halasima, obviously.
Halasima played okay as
Neil
well.
Corey, for how much you're
Neil
getting
Corey
paid?
as the $1 million man. You could be better. Wade Egan didn't do anything. Like, just directionless, really. To have that much ball against Dragons, who are on fumes at this... Clemmer played 80 minutes, for God's sake. Clemmer. And this is not 2012 when he was good. And,
yeah, that's...
I mean, shout out to Dragons for hanging in there for as long as you did. Truly... The last 2 months of footy from you boys has been remarkable. Yeah. And even in a loss, you boys can hold your heads high that who knows if Sloan backs himself and makes this 16-all, who the fuck knows what would happen. Or truly...
they would have won. Because he would have scored on the
Truly, outside of that, if Pompey's fucking obstruction try isn't given, I'm not sure Warriors had any more points in them.
No,
the way that these cunts were attacking. So, shout out to the Dragons. You went there. We've been saying that you only play good at the gong. You went all the way to New Zealand and... kind of got the jump on them, ambushed them to start the game. Tuipolota almost scored the first try for you.
Max Fine passed
the ball, but it just wasn't meant to be. And unfortunately for the Dragons, more and more troops are just falling. We saw Sele and Jack DeBellin and
Hamish
Stewart head clash.
All gone.
3 outs with a concussion, and you're carrying a winger as your 18th man. That kind of, in my opinion, seals the game at this point. You didn't score another point from that point forward, and you held on as far as your own try line defensively goes for a long time. But yeah, just wasn't meant to be for the Dragons.
Yeah, actually, I think you mentioned this in one podcast. The more shit that goes against Dragons, it kind of makes them win.
Yeah,
and when Sloan went through, I was like, oh my God, they're going to win.
I know, yeah. I don't know why he passed.
But he was like,
shout out to Tui picking the Warriors boys forward to get back there, but Gutherson was playing lock at the end for they had no
nothing.
forwards,
They had
right?
nothing.
So look, it is what it is. Dragons hold your
They
heads
deserve
high.
to cover.
Warriors, sure, you got the 2 points and you're back in the top 4 because Penrith lost, but this is the last team. Right now, I'd rather Titans go and play top 4, like week 1 of the final. I'd rather Titans go to Canberra.
No.
They can score.
Okay, who would we rather in the top 8 right now? Tigers? Para?
No. Okay, don't worry about top 8. We'll start with top 4 first.
They're not going to finish in the 4. No way.
If Penrith lose this round, it's possible. But okay,
No, because Cronulla and Brisbane.
We'll do your hypothetical. Tigers?
I would rather Tigers.
Dolphins?
Oh, fuck.
At least they can score.
At least they can score, yeah.
Dolphins?
Oh, no, well, Herbie will be back by final.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no.
Dolphins?
Yeah. Para?
For
sure.
Who can't even beat Souths?
Would you rather Souths?
I would, yeah. I swear to God.
Dragons? Full strength.
Yep.
Full
Dragons,
strength.
Yep.
Because you got to add these 3 plus Val plus Sewer. All of them didn't play.
I would say essentially, I'm not sure.
I think anyone but Knights or Titans.
If Warriors finish 1st, 8th, 5th, whatever they finish, I'm not sure they could beat anyone in
week 1.
Okay, let's say week 1, it's fucking Roosters going to New Zealand.
Well, the 8's done as of today.
Yeah.
Because of the way the results went. So, but no, aren't Dolphins in the 8?
No. No, Dolphins are fucked. They're gone.
Okay, no. So Roosters fill the last spot. Sharks, Brisbane.
Penrith. Brisbane, Broncos.
No, there's one more spot.
No.
I swear there is.
No. Okay. Melbourne, Raiders.
Dogs,
Warriors. Penrith, Warriors, Roosters, Sharks
and Brisbane.
And
yeah,
Brisbane.
okay, it's done. Okay, so the 8's done. They won't beat any of these teams.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Look, let's hope for the season that they started with that they get a home final. But
I think-
hypothetically, they might not even get that.
I would like that they deserve a home final. So, Wise fans, I want you guys to come 5th or 6th. So, based on what you have done so far this year and everything you did accomplish when you weren't even tipped to make the 8, you do get to sell out Mount Smart Stadium.
Regardless of...
Because you do deserve that, but I'm not sure there's a team that
I don't
you could
think,
even beat at Mount Smart.
I don't think they will. Because, yeah, Warriors are on 32, but it's like a soft 32. I've got blackjack in my mind because of their point differential. Because Brisbane and Cronulla are now 2 points behind. They have the easier draw. Well, Cronulla has a bye this week, so if Warriors don't beat Titans, Cronulla will be in front of you, and Penrith are going to win a few games, regardless if they lose to Raiders or not. So,
well, the lucky thing with Warriors is they play Titans, but fuck me.
But that doesn't mean shit. So, I mean, they just lost to Titans, playing with way worse players, which we'll get to them in a second. But I don't think they will get a home final. I think all 3 leapfrog them before the end of the year, and maybe Roosters don't, but because Roosters do have a tougher part of the draw than everyone. Like, hypothetically, they beat Para, then they play Melbourne, and then they play, I think, South in the last round. So, hypothetically, Roosters...
They can win 2 of those games.
They can win 2 and lose 1. Warriors are going to lose a few. I think they still have Manly left, which for no reason Manly will go beat them.
In my opinion, at best, Warriors can come 5th. At worst, they'll probably come 7th.
7th is a disaster.
Yeah.
You need at least to come 4th, 5th, or 6th.
Imagine they come 7th and they go to fucking Brisbane.
They're dead.
Yeah, they'll die. So, anyway, Dragons, shout out to you boys. Shout out to the Zarafrost brothers. It was an unfortunate way for a great run of footy to end for you guys. Flanagan, I thought, was deserved to be livid in the press conference of how the fuck is that not an obstruction? No one will give a fuck because it's Dragons.
But it was an obstruction.
If that was fucking Liam Martin on Thursday night, they'd be like, "Oh, what the fuck? Penrith got away with it again." But because it's Dragons, no one gives a rat's ass, which is fine.
Same as Knights today.
But it's unfortunate that your season's been derailed by nothing more than just injury.
Yeah.
I mean, to not even be able to run out Hamish Stewart, Shane Flanagan might have to get a pair of boots and run out of back
Literally,
row. Fuck me.
You know what's incredible? If they had Ben Hunt in this team, they'd probably make the 8.
Yeah, I know. Mate,
regardless of the injury.
If they were fully healthy, who knows? These cunts are like one of the few teams that defend week after week.
Yeah, they've actually shown a lot of heart.
And Warriors, this spine is... it's kind of come full circle from preseason.
Yeah.
Maybe we underrated Metcalf a lot, and he would
clearly
he set the league on fire. Well, fuck me, he was great. But coming into the year, we're like, well, this is just not a first grade spine. And to be honest, since Metcalf went down, it hasn't looked like a first grade spine.
Yeah, this game looked like week 1 all over again when they played Raiders.
Yeah,
because that was fucking incredible. It's just that the opposition had no players in front, and Raiders were just like, oh, okay, yeah. You guys are gonna pass this way, pass that way.
Yeah. Again, Fisher Harris, he's been awful.
Truly the best one was Jackson
Paul.
Paul. Holy fuck, he was bad.
Carrying on to...
Yeah, oh, yes! Go on, shout them all out.
The ambush. Shout out to you, Matthew. You were right about your team. I was wrong. Shout out to you, Chris Greer. Shout out to you, Tim. All the other gentlemen in the comments of the podcast. The Bulldogs fucked me over this round majorly. And really, I have egg all over my face because of my take in this game because... At the end of the day...
They lost to the thing I said they got to lose to.
They lost to Tupou.
Yeah.
But second to that, this actually, on Tuesday when we did the preview pod, I said 2.5. Is that it?
It went to Pickham.
It went to Pickham.
And Tracy played.
So
it's dumb as sport.
What actually infuriated me so much, knowing this in the very back of my mind when I said my take, was, and this is kind of the epitome of this round, I despise the fact that dogs can fire up for 5 months
and give up
and be first for 10 rounds and be in the top 4 and try so fucking hard every single game for 18 months. And Roosters, who literally play like dog fucking water every other week, rock up and just like, we'll just beat them.
Well, that's my whole reason why I don't like Roosters. No one teaches their sons or daughters that play rugby league to play like Roosters fucking players. Sorry, Roosters fans, but it's the truth. You can't play off talent and just sheer fucking skill because your team is just so skillful. Dogs actually put effort. They have discipline. They train hard. You saw them at the start of the year. They're fucking playing like robots, but they burn out. And what's incredible, what I don't like about this team, and I feel like this is a breeding station of what Penrith's done for 5 years. None of you cunts, not one team in the whole 16, and this should, like, if we could clip, this would be a clip. 1 to 16 that's outside of Penrith. None of you motherfuckers can do what Penrith did. So don't start fucking copying them. And that's what pisses me off. Penrith can sustain a season that they can win every single game and go in the finals and keep pushing and keep pushing. It's not fucking normal. And the fact that you sit there, dogs are the number one because they try to make themselves replicate Penrith for the whole year. And the last 2 seasons, they've burnt out again. Yes, their season's not done, but in my mind, it almost is because if you have to fucking go to Raiders week 1, they're going to fucking rape your ass. And if you have to go to Melbourne week 1, don't even show up because you're going to beat them this week, which might be my hot take, this week coming, and then you're going to go in the finals and get fucking killed. But regardless of that, the fact that you start 9-0 to the level of what Penrith were doing, Penrith weren't even 9-0, but same example, you cannot sustain that. And I think the league kind of thinks, all our players, no matter what, are just going to play like Penrith players. No. It just doesn't work like that. It's not normal what they did. That's why people call them the best team in the modern era. It's just not fucking normal. And the fact you cunts want to come and replicate that, and the same point of the season it gets to, you cunts are tired. There's no reason to lose the forwards like you did other than fucking tired. There's no reason to give the penalties and do the errors like you did because you cunts are fucking tired. And like I said, you're the most conceded penalty team in the competition, and what do you cunts do? Give Roosters 5,000 penalties just so they can kick the Tupou. And listen, Serraldo, I don't know if you watch it or Gus, what did I tell you to do? Get Anari off the wing. Put Critter out there. I don't give a fuck he doesn't know how to play wing. Just stop the high ball. It's like infuriating. Every time Tupou caught it, it was like, all right, how the fuck are they going to stop him once he catches it? And Critter's there waiting, looking at him like this. And he doesn't tackle him anyway. He just fucking scores. That one he scored over the top of 4 players. It should have fucking... If I was Sorrell, I would have changed it instantly from there. I don't care what happens the rest of the game. You literally watched him catch the ball. You're like, we're going to train for this. Once he catches it, we're going to fucking ambush and make sure he doesn't put it down. And he walks through all 4 of you cunts. Fucking incredible. Dogs, listen. In my opinion, season's finished. It's done. You cunts are lucky to win a finals game. Adios. That's my words. Fuck these cunts.
Okay.
Don't worry, Leo Thompson will go save them next year. They'll start 11-0.
Now that I had the emotional take of fuck, like I was very disappointed that the Dogs fucked me. I would have taken them at pick 'em again.
I would have too.
The way this game unfolded was very infuriating for someone that was on the Dogs and was watching the Dogs. I'll get to the Roosters side of things shortly, but
there's nothing to say about it.
Really, the scoreboard was somewhat deceiving because like Chris mentioned, I don't know where this ill discipline has come from. That's not fucking Penrith. If you come to trying to emulate them, you're not doing a good job.
Correct.
Going out there doing fucking rubbish on the face and dropping it every 2 seconds, you shit cunts. You had one job to not allow these motherfuckers into your 20 to kick the Tupo 500 times. You did it anyway, but that's fine because you know why it's fine, Chris? They actually defended their fucking testicles off in their own 10.
Yeah, but
that Roosters side against Melbourne scored fucking 30. Against Dolphins scored 700. Ball in hand on the ground, they're very, very hard to fucking handle. And truly, at 8-6, they had one kick to Tupou, and that was it. For 35 minutes straight of having the ball, until the fucking Nafahu white garbage try happened right before halftime and just took the soul out of the Dogs to make it 14-6. After you cunts had defended for an hour, you can see that garbage. But you come out in the second half asleep anyway. More errors, more penalties, more fucking compounding. And then eventually going to kick to Tupou, you cunts are going to lose anyway. But I took the Dogs because they're the better defense. They are the fitter side. And I felt like that actually played out for a lot of this game, right? Dogs didn't have the ball much, but when they finally got it in the first 20, they literally ran the one play where Critter shifted into fullback and cut out the thing. Where the fuck were the Roosters players? They scored like that, right?
Roosters can't defend.
These cunts kicked to Tupou, made it 6-all. Okay, it's fine at this point, but this is where Dogs started imploding and the errors and the penalties came. I feel like Dogs are still the better side, and based on how the game unfolded, I don't think their season's done or they can't win a finals game or anything like that. I still think they are a top 4 caliber side, but on the Roosters side of things, you did really Dogs couldn't make any fucking meters at all, even when they did hold the ball, right? No. Like the way the Roosters were getting up line speed wise and everything, it looked like they looked like fucking Bulldogs and Bulldogs looked like Roosters. It was like they switched jerseys or some shit, which was fascinating, but Roosters kind of stuck to that for the entire game and never really let Dogs back in it once Dogs started fumbling and bumbling their way through the game. So Roosters definitely deserve credit for that. They are a team to somewhat be reckoned with. If they get it right on the day, I'm not going to sit here and say that they can't beat anyone because I don't even think they attacked as well as they could have and they ended up with 32 points. So
I'll give them some praise because I think people often put me as a Roosters hater, which I am. I don't give a fuck. It's the Back Yourself podcast. But I want to say something for Roosters fans. You cunts are a fucking force to be reckoned with. This is not a rebuild year. You cunts are fucking pretty good. And next year, you guys are just going to get better with Reece Robson coming in as well. And maybe Cherry Evans, we'll see.
No, but Sam Walker's not the key to the offense,
whatever. Anyway, whatever they want to say. But you cunts have really bounced back this year. And a lot of it has been through the middle of the park where I kind of say your forwards are kind of soft at times. But I figured out what they're soft against, which I'll get to the insult part of this fucking... Obviously, anytime I praise Roosters, I have to say some sort of insult behind them. But in saying that, they actually are a very good team. I can see them winning a finals game. Who will they match up against? They can't strive for the top 4, and they probably won't get a home final either, but I don't think that puts fear into them. If they play Cronulla or Brisbane, they're going to give them, they're going to have a red-hot crack to beat them as well. And this comes the insult. You can't better not see Penrith. And what is infuriating, and Roosters fans can agree with me this, these performances are fantastic against 15 teams in the competition. And I know you beat them this year. Relax. I get it. But when you see the Penrith or Melbourne badge, it's like... Something possess you cunts.
They back down to them.
That's why I've said, since last year, why I despise this team. Because they actually are very good. And they proved in this game that they were deflected away, like Hussein said, set after Dogs made error after error. But you know what, Roosters? Old Roosters that I would love to watch, would fuck it up and do some sort of grubber and give a 7-tackle set. But you know what? They sit there and go calmly... Okay, we got a plan. Let's just kick the Tupou. And the fact they actually have the brains to do something like that and be like, all right, we can do this and it will win us the game. And it did. Dogs defended their fucking nuts off, like you said, but it doesn't matter because the last tackle came and it was just a kick to Tupou and it was a complete mismatch on that side. So Roosters, I tip up my hat to you. Truly, you can't prove something to me that I didn't think. I think you're just very overrated. Now, knowing me, as soon as I give him wise words, these cunts are going to go fuck it up. So I'm going to say that's enough for me. But Roosters, you cunts really impressed me. Dogs, I do not agree with the saying. I think this team's finished. And like I said before, it's literally up to Raiders and Melbourne to beat Penrith because everyone else is just a fucking facade that they'll go there and back down to Penrith anyway. So I don't want to hear it. It's between Raiders and Melbourne, and that's it. The rest of you cunts just fucking win one game and fuck off.
Interesting stat. Sam Walker has 14 try assists in 6 games or 5 games.
Doesn't count when they beat Dolphins 100.
Listen. I'm setting it up for my ultimate point. Uh-huh. You know Matt Burton has 4 try assists in 15 games?
Listen. Also, I think they're going to want us to bash Galvin.
Why?
Did you see... Like, it wasn't the one before halftime the one that apparently Galvin's supposed to tackle Nafar White one-on-one?
No, that was after halftime.
Yeah, okay. That try in particular, where are the Dogs players? You can't seem to have 50 in a tackle every other time. Where are they?
That's fine to me to concede that after 5 hours of not having the ball. Like,
no.
Your defense was fine, in my opinion. For how much possession, good ball you gave the Roosters. The problem was you cunts giving them fucking piggyback penalty after piggyback. Every 2 seconds on the Roosters 20, it was like, oh, holding down, oh, offside, oh, this, oh, that. And I'm like, well, okay, if you give Roosters enough good ball, you cunts are going to lose. So that's just stupid. Sir Aldo, fucking wake up, cunt. Why the fuck was Karaz on that wing? He took Karaz out of his normal position to not put him where Tupou was. Think about it.
Yeah, no, but they would have went to Mark.
That's fine. Mark, all right. He's an aerial threat, but he drops it half the time. Tupou's like the one... Tupou and Coates is like, you kick to them, you're fucked. And this cunt was like, Karaz normally plays on the wing. No, listen. He genuinely was like, Karaz has played 95% of the games on the wing, on Critters' side. Now I'll put him on Mark. I'll put Anari on Tupou.
And look, the offense kept going through the right anyway, where Kiraz should be.
Yeah, I know.
So even when Dogs wanted to score...
You might have fucked around and score 1 or 2.
Yeah, exactly.
If Karaz was there.
Exactly.
But no, it's like Critter was getting fucking raped by, what's his name, Billy Smith half the time. And on the other side, fuck me, Jerry could not get around Rabbitohs one time. This kind at 19 is... He pumped Latrell in 3 Origin games, and now he's destroyed...
Yeah, all of a sudden they got a possessed team.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, Roosters, look, if you have a good day, I don't think anyone wants to see you cunts except Penrith and Melbourne, who you back down to every other name. But truly... If you play good, if you play your best, you would literally beat every other team in this stupid
100%.
sport. So,
especially
shout out to the Roosters for coming back and inserting themselves in the premiership race at least. And Bulldogs, fuck me, boys. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be a big 7 days when you go to Melbourne. Because if you fuck that up, I'll make an announcement right now. If they go and get destroyed by Melbourne, I will say that you can't finish. Don't even play the finals. You can't suck.
Well, they shouldn't get destroyed. Why would Melbourne try?
I know, we know that, but what I'm saying, in spite of that, if they go and give up, then I'm like, all right, they're beyond help.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of beyond help, perfect segue into 3 p.m. where the Titans went and gave up, which was the one thing we didn't need happening at Shark Park. The Sharks, so impressive. You guys are so good. 54-22 is your full-time score. Comes at a cost. Cameron McInnes suspected ACL tear.
It's fine.
Which... Anytime you lose your captain 25 rounds into the season is not ideal, but it's all right because they scored 100 points against Titans. This was your circle fixture of if Titans uncover. I'm going to drop uranium on them, so I will hand over to you, my friend.
Listen, I already gave my uranium. So anyone that follows us on other side... Oh, you actually would have seen it on YouTube as well. I just don't understand. What's great is that I have a weird brain. I actually like... the times when Titans have no players because no one believes in them. And that's when often I make a lot of money because I just back Titans and all of a sudden they show up. But as a club and as people, fans themselves, I don't know how you can even sit there or come tomorrow when you have to go to work and sit there and say, I'm a respected Titans fan. We're never going to see this wall. It's never going to have any Titans apparel, ever. I think they should just get rid of the club right now and save us a bye team every week because there's no reason. Or NRL should give them a sanction that they're not allowed to sign a player over $1 million a year. Because there's no reason for that talent to be at that club. I'd rather spread around. Look, I said this last week and I'll say it again. Can you imagine, right? Dragons would fucking kill for one of those outside backs.
Yep.
Or Tino. Or David Fifita, whatever the fuck happened to him. Or Fermor.
Mate, they would kill for fucking Fermor, let alone for Fifita.
I know.
And fucking Tino.
Fonaweka.
Yeah, wow.
I mean, I'm not even getting to like Kinney because they don't have a fullback. So Kinney, bro, half these clubs. Raiders would want Kinney over Weeks. Kinney's better than Weeks.
I don't know about that.
All right, Campbell. Half these teams would want Campbell. Raiders are not going to just sign Campbell when Fogarty's gone. I mean, they shouldn't be allowed to sign players this big because they go there and fucking shit the bed. And look, it might be the culture of the Gold Coast itself. And I actually want to take this broader into the organisation, regardless of Des being there or not. The whole coaching staff, everyone that's involved with the club, do these cunts just fucking go clubbing in Surfers Paradise every other week? Do these cunts even learn anything? Like, I really want to deep dive and understand what's happening at this fucking club. Truly. Because Cronulla, let me get into what they had this week. No Ramian, no Iro, no Nakora. McInnes goes down after 22 minutes with a suspected ACL. So, and Atkinson was dropped, i.e. my take of Fitzgibbon, but it doesn't matter when you're playing Titans. They just lost to Dragons for no reason, essentially. And you make them execute like they're fucking prime Melbourne.
They picked around, didn't they?
Like, that Hines pass to Ronaldo in the second half, I mean, when the fuck has he thrown that in the last 26 rounds?
He hasn't.
It just, against Titans. Yeah. And it just works because, Titans are not going to be there. Look, a team that concedes 54 points and the other team had all those outs and no sin bin. It's not like Titans lost a player on the field. And you cunts added to this team Tino, Fonaweka, Kinney. I guarantee you, and I'll never be able to prove this, but I wish I could and we could go back in time. If all the three of these motherfuckers didn't play, I guarantee you cunts would have lost by less.
No. The proof is in the last month.
I know, Penrith.
Where they went and fought tooth and nail and lost to the Penrith trainer. Without any of those three morons.
Now let me get to Cronulla. What? You cunts are like a handicapped shark. You're not even a proper shark. You smell blood in the water, but you can't fucking get to it. That's the best way of representing you cunts. You motherfuckers should already be fourth. If you just won last week, you inbreds, you'd be fourth right now, regardless of Warriors won or not. Because Brisbane tripped over themselves. Penrith now lost their stupid game. And you cunts would have been sitting fourth, going into your bye, and guess who you play after your bye? You want to guess?
Knights.
Yep. And who do they play last? Dogs, who they're begging for a bye.
Yeah.
So, I think it's Knights, or they play Tigers.
Knights,
It's Knights. Sure. What doesn't matter? Knights who've given up, as we've seen today. So you cunts would have just breezed into the top four, big chillin', and fuck it, maybe Dogs would fucking drop to fourth the way they're going. Like, it's just infuriating. And literally, you could have played 10%, maybe even 20% like this last week, you would beat Dragons. You just have too many points within your team. And whatever reason, they do. For whatever reason,
really?
They executed very well.
Did they?
They did. It's Titans, though. Yeah. I agree, it's Titans.
The execution was beautiful. 4 minutes into this game, Hines chipped over the top, and the Titans players were like,
yeah, it's too hard.
Guess who scored off the Hines chip? Hines.
He
He ran through, chased his own thing, and the Titans players weren't there in the 4th minute.
I'm trying to find where the fullback was.
Right? They already conceded, all right, it doesn't look great. Sharks throw a fucking pick 6. Here comes the Groot of War down the other side. Try time. 6-all.
Yeah. And they scored.
And what will get lost in the narrative of this game was Sharks actually came out even 10 times dumber than last week.
Yeah, I know.
Offloading in their own 20, dropping the ball. Probably had 6 errors by the 15th minute after scoring. Titans do the outside, inside. A cronk to fucking Smith to Slater. Brimson scores 10-6. And I'm like, at this point, genuinely my thoughts was, these cunts are going to win, aren't they? And then from that point forward, I can't even put into words what the fuck happened with these cunts. Like, you could see it unfolding in slow motion where Sharks were like, and this was my underlying take of the round, where so far we have Melbourne getting outplayed for 65 minutes and winning for no reason. Sharks getting Warriors getting every fucking call, every single fucking head knock under the sun for you cunts to win by 4 and not even cover 4.5 to fucking Dragons. Dogs going to pick him and losing, fine. Roosters played good. I'm not mad at that one. So 2 out of the 3 was garbage. And then this one was like, Sharks are playing like absolute dirt, throwing pick sixes, which they also throw another one in the second half, dropping the ball on their own 10-meter line, giving just Titans free possession after scoring themselves in 3 minutes. And it was like, Titans just decided to just do this and just quit. They just gave up. They're like,
it was too much.
Yeah, well,
Tino was there. He'll tackle.
But he actually was tackling everyone, right? But everyone else was just like, Jaden Campbell didn't even play. And from this point, how the fuck from 10-6
did it get to
with
50?
20 minutes did it get to 30 to 10 at halftime? 30 to 10.
And then it got 54.
The Kennedy try before halftime, disgraceful. We just kick to Ronaldo and score 3 tries that way, pitiful. And at halftime, I don't know what Des said, but they blocked it. They blocked his words like every other week, and they gave up in the second half. It was actually shocking. That I actually went back and checked because I was so pissed at this game. Because you're saying Sharks can execute, and they're the executioners of the NRL. These motherfuckers haven't executed once this whole year. One time. One time. Those Hines cutouts haven't worked since 2022.
That's what I said.
And now they're possessed. Oh, here comes Katoa. Remember the back in the day with Sharks, Ronaldo would score 3, Katoa would score 3. They'll be dancing in the end zone like this. That hasn't happened for 25 rounds, but here come the Titans, the fucks. And if anything, I would say the best bet was my fault for taking these morons.
No, it wasn't.
I'll tell you why. And this was the theme of the round as well. We put so much emphasis into, Nakora's out and Tino's back. Holy fuck, that gives us 3 points of value. But when I actually sat and thought about it a little bit more at halftime, when it was over, I was like, with these garbage sides, you can only get them to try so many times, right? And when you look back at their last month, they tried their tail off to lose by 1 to Tigers. They tried their tail off to lose by 2 to the Penrith trainer. They tried their you can even say they didn't even try against Souths, but they lost to them by 2, which everyone seems to do in this sport. And they did all that to lose 3 games in a row by less than 4, to then go to Shark Park at 3 p.m. on a Saturday and then give up. So that was my fault for putting too much emphasis into Tino coming back.
I disagree. I'll tell you why.
But they quit.
No, I know they quit. I'll tell you why.
But we should have known they're going to give up.
No,
because you knew.
Yeah, I knew it was coming.
And I'm saying I should have also
known. I was just
one.
like, the line's wrong. But
it was wrong, still.
Pre-game, I was like 7.5. I was like, it's fucking pushing it. But that wasn't the point. This is why I want to know everything in the club. Look, Clarkey, if he ever watches this, he is very involved in the Titans. I hope he helps me understand. Why did these motherfuckers come back on the road? They play at home next week. Why the fuck would they play on a 6-day turnaround? The fact that these cunts, these 3 stars that we're talking about, all didn't play last week and had the willpower to come back and represent the badge, to go out there and play. I don't care if you cunts have tried 20 rounds straight. It wasn't even the fact. They didn't, like you said, to cover 11, all they need to do was show a little bit of effort.
I know.
They didn't even fucking show that.
Yeah, I know.
They showed it for 10 minutes and they were like, pack it up.
But the stupid thing is, they didn't even do that. They literally quit in the 3rd minute.
No. But that 10-minute stretch when
they scored a pick 6, sure. Yeah. But the stupid thing is, Tino's actually plays good for them.
Yeah, I know.
Like, Fodaweka actually plays good for them.
I'm telling you.
Why do they all decide to play like dirt when they're there?
I don't know.
Truly
these cunts went to Service Paradise last week.
On the Sharks side of things, look, you played a team that essentially just fucking quit. You guys get no credit from me. You do get credit for probably the 15-minute stretch where you defended them and kept them out after they scored the second try. Because Titans can score against anyone, that's fine. And you were like showing up everywhere and getting the ball back, even though the going was getting tough. But outside of that, you can't score 100.
McInnes is going to be a big loss.
I know. Who plays lock? Hines. Think about it.
See, I think the next couple of weeks, it doesn't even matter. Because
sure they're playing dirt, right? But to not have McInnes and Nakora, it's legit just Adam by himself. Teague sucks.
It's nice.
No, that's fine. I'm not saying
No, but Nakora will be back by the fucking end. Like, he's suspended until week 1. And that, actually, JB's going to hate this. I know he's not. I know he's a strike second rower, but he's...
Talakai.
No. I know he's your strike second rower and maybe one of the best second rowers in the competition, but you got to get your players involved. I would put Nakora in the middle.
At lock?
Look,
No, fuck that.
The edges are awful, but if you're sacrificing fucking putting Billy Burns or Teague in the middle to put Nakora back in his position, I don't think it's worth it. He has to understand as well, and I don't like this in players because they seem to fucking do it in Origin, but they don't do it in the normal arena. He is a star. He knows he is. He knows he's a strike second rower. And maybe Lock is a completely different... I understand, but you're one of the fucking best players in the competition from your position. You can play Lock for maybe 1 or 2 finals games that you cunts are going to go through. If that's the only option, I would put Nakora at 13 and... start Teague and I have a random, or Talakai.
I have a random take.
We'd put Talakai there.
I would.
You can, but he can't ball play.
Because Eero and Thing are coming back. I don't think Nakora can ball play either. That's a really big loss. That's really bad for these cunts. That's like the one player they can't really replace properly.
I mean, the thing they can do, which they probably will now that they're listening, is they'll put Adam there.
I don't think so.
I think then they can start like Rudolph, like Hamlin.
Whoever the fuck.
It doesn't
Any
like
of
they
the
have the
5
props.
cunts, yeah, sure. I don't know. I would go Talakai.
Look,
and just
the good thing is that they have basically fucking 3 weeks to think about it because like these guys are playing idiots every week. So
they have to buy next round, right?
This week coming, yeah.
Yeah, sure, okay.
And then they got Tigers. The second
Titans.
Dissolve the club.
I truly think you have one more win in you. I just got to pick which one it is. Shout out to the Waz.
All right, go get the jersey. It's right there. Go get it. Gangster. I'm going to introduce this game while we're talking shit. The Brisbane Broncos defeated the Dolphins 38-28 in an absolute fucking shootout. And I want to say, first of all, as he puts the jersey on, off camera, I want to say, first of all, thank you to Wolf. Welcome to the Back Yourself podcast, and thank you for watching, because we called it on Tuesday. Unfortunately, no one gives a fuck about Trey Fuller, even though we do. Yeah, he's in the all black. Okay, he's ready for action. They won. They beat Dolphins. They put the dagger into him. The boys are going to be very upset. You didn't go through all the Dogs players' shout-outs.
No, that's only in the preview.
Oh, you don't do that in the loss?
No.
Oh, that's
no
good.
one, especially when they fucking lose by 50.
Okay, and I'll continue this point. The injuries, I said this 2 weeks ago when they played Roosters, the injuries have finally caught up with this Dolphins team. In saying that, like I'm going to say with a lot of these teams that are fringe or in the 8 teams, Broncos, you can't not that good either. But anyway, like for a team with Haas and Carrigan, the first 60 minutes until Walsh came alive, you can't actually we're losing the middle of the park, which is I don't know what to say to that.
I completely disagree with you.
They were getting raped.
They weren't.
They were getting killed by Marshall King.
Physically, they were getting absolutely destroyed. Brisbane just imploded for no reason to allow these cunts into the contest. Dolphins,
awful team.
I'm not gonna yell at you guys because your demise has been very directly correlated to you losing all your players.
Like Warriors.
We were yelling at you at the start of the year when conveniently you cunts were 0-4 when you had everyone, but at this stage, did I start shaking it a little bit?
When they went up?
When I found out Trey Fuller's playing fullback and Hammer Time's playing centre? Yeah, I did, because we saw what Trey Fuller's capable of. What an annoying player. I mean, fuck me. This cunt, because why is he so good?
Look, this team next year, I mean, we had high hopes from this year. Next year, hopefully they're all fit, touch wood. Holy fuck, you put Fuller up.
I'm glad you're bringing that up, Chris, because I want to talk a little bit of Dolphins as far as their future after I analyse this game, but... I got to say, when Marshall King went over, I was like, fuck me. You got to be joking. Fuck my life. That was...
I was considering who else would be on the podcast
14,
with me.
I was like, I got to find a replacement of this podcast. Because I came out and said, how the fuck is this 2.5? Broncos should be $1.40. Broncos... even from the review of last week where they got just raped in Melbourne, I said, there's going to be value on them going forward. They're not that bad. They can replace Adam Reynolds, who... has been dirt. They really didn't throw that much at the Finns in the first 10 minutes, and they couldn't score for whatever reason, but they played the majority of the game down their end, and that's kind of what I thought would wear down the Finns as the game went on, and why I was so adamant that they're going to win. But what I kind of lost in the demolition of Roosters, destroying Dolphins last week was this Dolphins offense might be the most annoying in the entire league. I mean, the way they execute is just... They genuinely execute. Like, think about it, right? Melbourne score off, like, a lot of garbage. They just kick the coats and score. It's too easy. Raiders, they just fucking offload until they get into the end zone. Dolphins is, like, crisp fucking ball movement.
they got the best in the comp, for sure.
Especially when Herbie and Hammer are there. Like, between Katoa, Nikorima, Marshall King, and those players, these guys could score fucking 30 points
If
against
Herbie
anyone.
played, they would have won.
Christ. Fuck me, they're possessed. And the way that the limited ball they did get in the Broncos end zone, and they could just peg the ball at hammer time. You could run around. Katoni score their first try, take the 2 and go up 8. What was it like? This was actually a really fucking entertaining contest because it went 6-all, 8-8, 14-8, 18-8, and then you were like, fuck, Broncos are like, after the Marshall King try, it was like
28
scary hours. And I bet you, myself included, when Marshall King scored, I was getting like PTSD flashbacks from this fixture 12 months ago.
No, I turned it off. I was like, this is done. They won't come back from here.
But fuck me, they came back, and they came back with a wet sail.
No, they came back because of Walsh.
Walsh, when he kicked out on the full after the Trey Fuller try, which, fuck me, that was annoying as well. Literally, I went to rotate the shisha charcoal in the kitchen, and I came back 40 seconds after, and these cunts had scored. I was
that's exactly what I gave up.
And I saw Trey Fuller just sprinting through the fucking entire Broncos team, and I was like, who the fuck are we playing? Walsh kicks out on the full. Marshall King scores 2 seconds later under the black dot, and I'm like, I'm already getting my take ready of blow up Brisbane. Madge, you're a fucking piece of shit. You cunts 12 months haven't learned anything and lost to Dolphins the exact same way in the exact same fixture to end your own season. But they stuck with it. Thank God.
No.
They stuck with it, and literally, they like Ben Hunt rallied them in the fucking end zone after they conceded, and he was like, "Wake up, cunts!" And they woke up from that point. Literally, Dolphins didn't really get down there again. Besides Katoni smashing that winger out, thank God, and it was just one-way traffic from there. Showtime tries as well. The Mariner break down the right side. I mean, Dolphins, you can't defend air, so that's the only reason you conceded the Mariner try. But then you had the one where Billy Walters kicks for fucking my boy Karapani. You had Walsh fucking... He scored right before halftime to get him back to 14-all. And in the end, I think Walsh really took the reins of this game. I thought Hunt was awesome, Staggs was awesome, Haas was awesome, Carrigan was awful yet again. But that doesn't get called out in any other fucking podcast. And in the end, what was it? 14-28 might have been the score. And it got to 38-28. So what's that? 24 on the trot. And the Broncos really got their attack figured out for that last 30 minutes. And not only do I think the fuel tank for Dolphins went to empty in this game, but probably for the season, knowing that them and Manly both lost, and these morons play each other next week, and Roosters going on the little run that they've gone on. Essentially, the 8 is done, unless Roosters somehow fuck it up to Para for no reason. But what does that mean? They'll go and give up in Manly? I don't think so, but... As far as
no one can
your
give up more
aspirations of what was happening a month ago before Herbie got injured and the rest of the forwards went down, truly, if Dolphins had everyone, they would have destroyed Broncos in this game. Don't get it twisted. These guys are actually like, they don't have the names that Brisbane do, but they actually perform like what Brisbane should perform. Yeah. Brisbane should be the team that goes and scores 40 every week, but they're just not. Anyway, Adam Reynolds, no one missed you in this game, cunt. And Broncos, you pretty much cemented yourself in the 8, which is what you deserve. Thank you, boys. And thank you for pretty much being the one, if not also for Tigers, the cunts that played for me this week, and I appreciate you. And I will wear the All Blacks jersey until you cunts lose. That's my promise to you, boys. Thank you.
Who do they play?
I don't give a shit. I'll wear it. Moving on.
Oh, no. We don't.
Probably the shock of the season to me.
Yeah, 100%.
The shock of this podcast, the head-scratching result that... I don't know why these cunts won. After watching the game and seeing it unfold, I still don't know why these cunts won. But South Sydney without Latrell go and put a dagger into Jason Riles' troops. Shout out to you, Seabass. Shout out to you, Joel. And beat these cunts outright 20-18. In maybe some people will comment, oh, why would you take Para at whatever? Souths were always going to win. See, the more people I speak to, it's like, oh, why would you take that, bro? This was always going to happen. Okay.
No.
if you can dead set look me in the eyes or go to my comment section and be like, Souths was obvious, then okay, I'll exit this chair. You can come and fucking give out tips for the rest of the year because you're some fortune teller. I mean, in continuation of teams that should have won but lost somehow in this fucking sport of this round. I mean, we sent Para out of -2.5. I know you were fucking clubbing at the start, so you didn't see this. But this closed at 8.5 pre-game. 8.5. And you know what?
It still wasn't
If
enough.
these motherfuckers played again tomorrow, I would have laid 12.5. It's fucking stout.
Bro,
come on.
It should have been 13 plus.
This was the ultimate combination of not executing your opportunities from Para, giving Souths enough of a sniff that they were always within striking distance, butchering tries from your own end. Jai Gray literally putting a Superman cape on and saving 5 tries. He saved 3 tries in one save. It was like they duplicated him. He was on the left and the right side of the
He's
field.
Trey Fuller, but on roids.
And at the end of the day, the heart of South Sydney prevailed in this game. And I want to give them a shout out because they've had a really tough fucking season. Honestly, at this point, I think they would be in the top 4 if health was in their favour.
4?
I think they're better than Warriors, all these cunts. None of these motherfuckers have showed me that they can defend, and these motherfuckers are running out Peter every round and defending like this against Para, who actually named the best 17 that these pricks had for the entire year.
Yeah.
Iongi came back and played fullback. They dropped Footy Dean, which I'm going to get to that.
Fuck Footy Dean.
And these motherfuckers essentially kept them trialist for 60 minutes straight, running out Tallis Duncan. Bentley Harpe went down, and that was the worst thing that could have happened to us because here comes Tallis Duncan. Every week this motherfucker scores 2 tries and no one can stop him. Sure.
He almost
Cody
got a
Walker.
hat-trick.
Cody Walker came on and
What
he actually might be the greatest ball player I've ever seen in my life. I mean, fuck me, this guy has like a wand in his hand that he can just automatically come on. And you know that left edge that we've been saying Souths are for this and that?
Yeah.
They're actually dirt without Cody Walker. But even take Wyden out, take
everyone
Latrell out.
Yeah.
Johnston can't even do anything anymore. All he does is cherry pick. Cody Walker literally came on for 5 minutes and did what Mitch Moses couldn't do for fucking 75 minutes and just pegged the ball at Tallis Duncan, who scored. And I was like, sure. In a round where the 6'6" wingers scored at will, this fucking Zach Lomax couldn't score over Jai Gray because he duplicated himself and stacked on top of each other until he was tall enough. And in the end, Para fucking lose this game outright in a game they had no business to lose.
Good.
But shout out to you, South Sydney. Probably the gutsiest fucking win of the season.
They don't deserve to come
And
last. Said from day one.
Cemented you pricks from not getting the wooden spoon, which you don't deserve, and I'm glad to see that. Para, just a misexecution all round. I genuinely, in my heart, believe if Footy Dean plays 6 instead of Papali, they probably win 13 plus. Like he is the one.
What?
He is the one connecting piece that where everything goes wrong for this team. And I know people think he's not. I promise you, he's not good. Please don't fucking put him in the halves again, Jason Riles. You piece of garbage.
We'll
coke.
see what he does next week. He's gonna cook for me.
He might have to cook, but
No, he's cooking.
Like it was actually like old Souths where they just concede freeway after freeway in the middle of the park, but they don't actually concede points, and then they go down there and score in 2 seconds. So
you know what? I'm
shout out to Souths. I'm proud of you
Souths.
boys. Even though like losing on Para really pissed me off and hurt, I like Souths.
This is so good for next week.
It's great, isn't it?
The result that Roosters won pissed me off a little bit, but then their Para lost, and I was like, wow. This could be the greatest 1 minute and 29 seconds you'll ever see come Wednesday or Thursday when I release it. Because
you guys have to.
They have to. If Roosters are truly Roosters, they won't fuck it up, will they? But you never know. They will.
Anyway,
but Alangi, why'd you come back? You were awful as well.
No, to get tackled by Jai Gray 10 times, 1 meter out from the try line.
Listen, Para, you shouldn't have won last week, but you won.
They should have won last week and this week. I'm not going to let you lie to the public. They should have won both and covered both.
Everyone says I'm a Para supporter.
I don't give a fuck what anyone...
Yeah, they should have won 13 plus.
Yeah,
I agree.
it's South. They had nothing... They got... Similar to fucking... what's its name?
Knights.
Don't talk to me about Knights. Similar to Melbourne, they were the category of... Sorry, similar to Penrith. They physically,
destroyed them.
Spanked Souths for 80 minutes, but somehow lost. So, go figure. Good job, Souths. I'm proud of you boys. Para... I don't really give a shit because I mean, you guys are not in the 8 anyway, so who cares? But as far as punting goes, that just really annoyed me. Moving on to Sunday. Shout out to Harry, Charlie, you, me, more me than you. Because my Tigers put the fucking dagger into this eye socket of Seabold and Daly Cherry Evans. They doubted us, baby, but we came with our high-powered offense. And after 750 tackles in the opposition 20, we managed to get a result. And this was probably the funniest game of the round because Kohler scored before the first minute had elapsed. That was the only points until Matt Lodge scored in the final minute of this game. Manly continue their inability to score, as I fucking said on the podcast, scoring now 10, 6, 6, and essentially 6 again because Lodge's try, who gives a fuck. And everything has fallen apart in Brookvale, and it's actually hard to watch these cunts go out there and play.
I couldn't watch. I mean, it's just incredible. Now, don't get it twisted. You said a lot of positive things. Tigers are still awful. I mean, it's not a day to kill them because they deserve their victory.
I'll get to that.
And it's beyond me how these cunts have 9 wins. But anyway, they have 9. Badly. What's happened?
Okay.
I it's hard to explain what's happened because it's not even you can't. You actually somehow did okay in the forwards with the Tigers forwards that they had.
Who are also awful.
This backline, I mean, what the fuck's going on? Like, no one's in the right position. No one's organised. And for a team, which is incredible, because week 1 we said, these cunts have the shape already figured out. It's just molded together. Let's go. And week 1, when they dismantled Cowboys for us, we were like, who the fuck are Cowboys playing? Like, the only team in the competition that actually looked like they trained shape, and now it's just fucking disappeared. And what's incredible, this is the 1-7 that played week 1.
Yep.
Nothing's changed. I mean, Garrick went down, but that was in the game. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what Manly fans have to say, if any of them watch fucking any podcast whatsoever, or just sit there and complain about Cherry Evans, because... yeah, okay, maybe Cherry Evans hasn't had the season that he had last year, but it's no reason for the rest of the team to play like fucking idiots. And you cunts are going to bow and say, oh, the forwards are forwards. Bro, literally, some of these games, they actually do okay in the forwards. They just fucking don't execute anymore. And the amount of sets that Tigers actually had, the fact they didn't concede one rubbish try to fucking Bole or Terrell May or some shit.
Old Manly would have done that.
Old Manly would have done that, exactly. Is actually commendable for Manly. Like, how the fuck did they not let one of them through? But yet you concede on the edges where you cunts are supposed to be superior with the backline of Turbo, Jason Saab, Garrick, Kohler, and Lehigh, which, again, like I would say about Titans, a lot of clubs would kill for have any of those 5 players in their backline. You motherfuckers can't put it together. I just don't understand. I don't know how to explain what's happening at Manly. They're awful.
I've had the best read of Manly of anyone in fucking Australia, and I've tipped their spreads right 9 weeks in a row. And this is my perspective of shit unfolding for these morons. Okay, they went out there and lost to Knights. They led 16-0, they lost to Knights. That was when Knights couldn't score. And I'm pretty sure Knights went into halftime with 0.
Yeah, it was 16-0.
Then the following week, everyone was like, oh, like that was a one-off. They're going to be okay. And I was like, I don't think so. They went out there in Origin round when they conveniently had Cherry Evans and Turbo and lost 28-8. With Manly, with all those players, had 8 points. With Olakau'atu.
Yeah.
In fucking Gold Coast. Then... this is the point of the season where they played the fucking dirt of the sport.
And we said
Tigers with Latu Finu as captain, and South, God knows who was running out for them. And they beat both of them 13+, and we were like, Manly are playing awful.
Yeah.
But no one can fucking see that they're playing awful because the scoreboard suggests that they're back, but they're not back.
And then the ambush of the century.
And then they played for Chris.
I don't think there's any other reason.
They literally, that's the only explanation. They played for you. 16-18, where again, their attack didn't click. In the old style where Manly made a prelim and God, whatever, but they defended their tails off. And what I said on that game was Melbourne fucking made 17 errors, and if it wasn't for the Harry Grant penalty, these cunts would have still won. So I don't think Manly's back. And from that point, they followed it up by this. 42-4 to Dogs, which as the weeks go, looks worse and worse with what fucking Dogs are dishing out. 20-4 to Roosters in a game they scored the first try in. 28-12 to Raiders in a game they also scored the first try and then got a sin bin. And then 26-12 to Tigers in a game they also, again, scored the first try. So essentially, these pricks go out there, score in the first 5 minutes, and then it just fucking everything dries up for them. And they have the players. Turbo's there.
Everyone's
Saab's there. Garrick's there. Cherry Evans, Brooks. The 1-7
is the same.
If these motherfuckers were losing 40-24, I would actually give them a pass because I could look you in the eye and say, you know what, Olakau'atu's out, Paseka's out, Burbo's there and with on fucking one leg. Sure, like they don't have the middles. We know they don't have the middles. The thing that pisses me off about these cunts, they actually have like held it together in the middle of the park. Dogs.
That's the only reason they kept
Dogs,
up in Melbourne.
after completing 97%, Manly actually didn't just allow them to walk through the middle of the park with those pricks either. Same in the Raiders game. It was Cherry Evans fucking backing down to Ethan Strange. And now you can't go out there and score 4 points a game against dirt opposition like Tigers, who are not good at all. These motherfuckers literally can't score if it isn't Adam Dewey fucking doing something. Luai, I'll get to you. You fuck. I've got to contain
They
myself
won.
with Luai. I don't give a shit. This to me was more just, I can't believe what I'm seeing.
We'll
from
get
Manly.
this for the... Oh, we didn't say much about Dolphins. Let's just say next year I'm going to fucking put them in the 8 for sure.
Yeah,
that
definitely.
lineup. Anyway, the thing is about Manly, and everyone's going to blame Cherry Evans. All right, cunts. Next year's a big proving thing. It's not like it's fucking much of a change, Cherry Evans going to Fogarty. It's literally going to be 1-6 with fucking Fogarty. Let's see. This is beyond this lineup for whatever reason. Beyond who's named. It's not Cherry Evans. It's beyond who's named. Something's fucking gone wrong. Whatever Seabold's cooking up, he's not fucking cooking it properly. That's basically what's happening right now. Because
fuck that.
Well, it's true.
I hate the take that everyone's having of, the players don't like the coach and there's internal turmoil. Cherry Evans has been absolutely awful last month. Same with Brooks, same with Turbo, who is injured. We can see that this is not...
He was a bit healthier today.
Yeah, he didn't look at it. He literally couldn't even run around Tigers, for God's sake. So I'm sorry, Manly. They quit on the year. This is what happened.
No, I agree.
Fuck me.
But why they beat Melbourne to go quit on the year?
That's just the stupidity of this sport. On the Tiger side of things, you boys are still playing. Like I said, you were going to be playing to fucking keep Benji's job. The camaraderie is there amongst the boys. It looks like they're trying to build something, and that's replicated in their performance. But again, I have an execution fucking problem with this team of, Luai, is it that hard to get a try assist, cunt? Sure, you got one at the end where fucking Taylor May scored and Manly literally gave up. Did you see Turbo was like, fuck this shit, bro. We tackle for 80 minutes, we can't score. Fuck this.
Yeah, I agree.
But outside of that, it was just like, okay, Luai, left foot, where's Dewey? There's Dewey. Whew. Now I don't have to do anything else. Dewey's there. Come on,
The
boys.
backline's very good. I like the 1-5.
That's the thing, right? They actually have strike kind of all across the park now. Coruscant through the middle, you're not going to get much better than that. Terrell May is an X factor up front row. You got Luai on the left, Dewey on the right, who every fucking week adds extra 100k to his contract the way this guy's playing. And now you have Taylor May and Stafford on the wings. Taruva, he's actually been good. I like him now.
Taylor May and Taruva is really
thank
good.
God.
Edge.
Yeah, it's actually good. And it's annoying to me that they don't get enough quality ball because I put most of it on Luai personally. And again, intangible-wise, he's been great for the club, don't get me wrong, but I need some fucking tangibles. Him and Burden, same kind of thing to me, where like they just don't... Their execution and attack just shit. And it doesn't make sense for a fucking 4-time premier. Wake up, cunt. Anyway, 26-12 was a good result. It's good to see the Tigers ending the year in a good way. Please destroy the following team we're about to talk about. And Manly, fuck me, you guys gave up on the year.
How are we going to even, like, next week's game, Manly Dolphins?
Two quitters.
Who's going to give up more? Who's going to give up more, essentially?
Who do you think? Truly.
Manly. They've already given up. They've mailed it in.
I don't think Dolphins have quit. They just
Dolphins,
I know, but horny Roosters team and Reece Walsh of War.
And Dolphins, like, even though they have no players, like I defended them this week, is the same principle. They actually try. They're just shit.
And you know what's sad to say? That it's actually done a full 180 for Manly. I have to sit here and be like, at least Dolphins can score.
But in saying that, if there's going to be one game that they're actually going to fire up for, is Cherry Evans' last game at Brookie, which is going to be.
I actually already checked.
They already have another one, right? They have Warriors last game, where they're going to destroy Warriors for no reason. Well, Warriors will probably give up, so they'll quit that game.
Manly's fuck me.
Yeah, well, look,
it's sad because I actually like them.
I don't know how they were 2.5, but then when I looked, I was like, yeah, that's probably right. Like,
now how can they be favourite against anyone?
No, they're going to be favourites against Dolphins at home.
Okay, get this. Dolphins actually lost by less to Broncos and these motherfuckers into Tigers.
I know. But
come on.
They'll still put Manly favourite. They're not going to change it.
They're shit. They're so bad.
I know I'm watching them. They're awful.
So bad. Anyway, moving
But
on.
Dolphins also, like, they'll gift Manly 3 tries.
They will, yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on to the scene of the crime at Townsville. Probably one of the most infuriating games I've ever watched, where the Back Yourself podcast put our hat on the line with the Knights.
I'll still die for them.
Which I will defend what we did because I will take them again. I don't give a shit. 9.5. I mean, some people just want to win bets, and that's fine. If you want to go take Cowboys at $1.28, you can take it, but
no,
I can't. It could have been the fucking under 18 North Sydney's Bear team, not Knights. This had nothing to do with Knights. No one's sitting here in front of you cunts and saying Knights are good. We know they suck ass. It's all what was happening on the other side of the pitch. I can't take Cowboys at $1.28, and that's all I'm going to say. What happened in this game? That Knights fullback played awful. The Knights halves played even worse, and it was just a comedy of errors.
And this referee.
No, look, he even gave Knights calls. You can't even say he didn't give Knights calls.
The obstruction.
No, look, they
were dead by then.
They got a sin bin, and they got fucking 10-6 against during the sin bin period, and they managed to not score during
Knights can't
Cowboys
score.
having 12 players. So I'm not going to say anything good about Knights.
Any team that can't score past Cowboys with 12 players is... Pack it up.
Yeah, just pack it up, right? So Knights, you can't suck. I'm not saying you're good at all. But, I mean, this was the final dagger of the round where everyone's going to be like, why would you not take Cowboys 13 plus when, in my opinion, Cowboys played like dirt. Like, they played so bad. Yeah. Sin bin legit scored off a fucking, directly from a Knights error, a pick six, an obstruction. That was 18 of their points in a row. The first try, Drinkwater and did, and that was class.
The knock on. The fucking didn't try.
Yeah.
The knock on, and then after that was the obstruction. Bro, every try had something on.
That's what I'm saying. It was the knock on to the didn't try, then the pick six, then the obstruction try. So 18 points in a row was just straight like to that. But when Knights can't score at all,
it doesn't matter.
All you cunts needed was 10 points. You're going to cover 9.5 because it's Knights. So I guess that just, in my opinion, I actually think Knights will get the spoon. These cunts are beyond help.
Titans.
I mean, only Knights would be down 20-0 with what happened in that game. One line break apiece at halftime, you cunts are down 20-0. Titans would be down 20-6.
That saved them.
That line break where Cogger, I could see it in 0.5 speed. How's this guy going to fuck it up? He pegs it at the fullback's head.
They had that, and they had the Daniel Saifiti Drinkwater save. Like, there was so much shit that went against him.
Drinkwater saved the try in his life, now he's taking on the Knights fucking starting Origin front row. He can't score 1 meter out from the try line. So, sure. Knights, you guys suck. There's nothing good about Knights.
And there's nothing good about Cowboys.
But on the other side, I'm just never going to take Cowboys at $1.28. I'm good. That's all I have to say.
Who are they playing? Oh, Tigers. Knights. There's nothing to say. Like, Dylan Brown better be your fucking saviour. At the moment, he can't even play centre properly, so I don't know about him playing halfback. So, anyway, it's going to be him with Sharp and Kalen, which is going to be a big boost, but I don't know. This team is like, it's Adam O'Brien, bro. Like, why would you bring in this 19-year-old on the road? At least play him next week. His first home game. You play Brisbane. Brisbane, they're going to play like idiots anyway.
Nah. You know what? Knights aren't good.
No, but why would you bring him on in an aerial threat versus Nanai? Explain that.
It doesn't matter. It's Knights. Truly, this was probably the unluckiest game of the year for a side. I can't think of more garbage going against the team than what happened with Knights, but again, they don't do themselves any of their own favours because they play like dirt, and that's the issue. But on the Cowboys side of things, it was just, with every try that they score, it just pissed me off more and more that the scoreboard's going to blow out. And going to be like, wow, Cowboys beat a team by 40 when they actually played so bad, which really just makes it prove how fucking bad Knights are.
Yeah.
Because the scary thing is, if Cowboys actually played good, this might have been 60-0.
Yeah, I know.
If this was old front-running Cowboys, like true, where they didn't make 18 errors of their own and have a sin bin, this could have been 100-0.
Yeah, I know. That's how bad Knights are. But Knights will still not come last. Out of principle, Titans are going to come last.
I think this is the year where principle is just thrown out the window.
No.
And after, you're going to refresh the ladder after the last game is played, and Titans will be 16th.
I think Knights will literally come off the bottom of the ladder based on the last game and think they won the NBA championship because they play Para. And they'll win that game and that's it.
They won't.
Yeah. Nah.
By then, probably Titans will somehow beat Tigers.
Well, Titans could jump off it if they beat Warriors.
I know.
Oh, no, their point difference is awful.
I'm telling you.
Oh, their
What
point
the Knights ones any better after today?
No, but what the fuck? Titans after this week, they got fucking killed.
They actually lost by the same margin.
Yeah, no, but it doesn't matter. Titans are already like 50 points worse, I think.
Did you watch Penrith Knights last week?
Listen, they play Brisbane. Who did Titans play? Oh, Warriors.
They might win.
Even if they win that, there's still point difference behind.
Knights are playing Broncos and Sharks, for God's sake.
I'm
telling you.
Out of fucking principle, it has to be Titans.
On the preview, I was not that confident in Knights. This was more a fade of Cowboys for me, but you spoke me into the existence of. I was like, okay, they're probably their last chance of winning a game. They're not winning again. This team is awful.
Yeah, they're awful. I don't know if we can back them to win. But depends how many points they get against like teams like Sharks and shit. Because they go to fucking Shark Park and lose by 1 every year.
Yeah, but they can't even score.
Yeah, but they'll defend.
Any other comments on the Cowboys side of things, mate?
No. Thank God I don't have to watch them past the next 2 weeks. 2 weeks and they're done. I don't have to watch them the last game. I'm sick of this team. All this fucking did and drink. I don't give a fuck. You can't say literally 50. You know what? Because South won, this game that we watched just then was 15th versus 16th.
Wow.
And these cunts want to give me the credit. Who gives a fuck about Cowboys? Tigers have 9 wins, for God's sake. And you cunts have Drinkwater and Co. Tigers and Dragons are in front of you. Sit there and think about that. Oh, yeah, the 8's finished. Oh, I guess you're going to get...
It's actually not.
Why?
Because Roosters could lose to Melbourne.
Yeah, and Dolphins got to win out.
Into town.
Then Dolphins going to win out.
Who did Dolphins play?
Manly.
If they win the Manly game, they play Titans and the Raiders team that might give up.
Raiders will... maybe.
Nah, they won't. They'll play for the minor premiership.
You'll see in this week's preview.
Actually, Ricky normally does rest
finals. No, but it doesn't matter. If they win this week, it's over. Because they play fucking Tigers. And I already know it.
Who plays Tigers?
Raiders.
Why?
They have one more game.
Oh, God.
Look at their last 2 games. And then they play Dolphins last, Raiders. So they play Penrith, Dolphins, and Tigers. It's done. If Melbourne lose to Dogs, it's finished. It's already over. Melbourne have to beat Dogs to meet the Bayern Premiers.
I'm telling you, sneaky. The Dolphins' differential is still better than the Roosters one right now. Listen, by like 20.
If Roosters fuck it up...
They shouldn't, though. They'll make it.
If you can't fuck it up...
But I'm just saying, it's not like... It's a 10% chance that they don't make it.
It would be great if they
lose that would make for the greatest reel of all time by you.
That they fucked it up from here.
Because think about it, right? If they fuck it up, that implies that they either lost to Para or Souths or both. Would you prefer they lose to Para or Souths?
The pinnacle will be they lose to Para, beat Melbourne, and lose to Souths. Not make the 8 off that garbage.
Shout out to the Roosters fans. All right. Let's put a bow on this dog wank round, and you can give me your 3 big takeaways.
Good job, dogs. Cunts are finished. Wipe my hands clean. It's over. Para, I'm truly disappointed. You cunts were playing for us for a long time, and you kept winning. And I still think you cunts, if you had full strength and played this lineup every week, you would potentially make the 8. But cunts can't beat Alice Duncan. Fair enough. And Titans despaired the club. Honestly, give Sydney another club because anyone in Queensland doesn't deserve another fucking team. With teams like Dolphins who can't defend, Cowboys who are a piece of dirt, and Titans who signed the best players in our fucking sport and just let them rot at their club. So fuck these cunts.
All right, my 3. Number 1, Manly, why did you come to quit? It makes no sense to me.
Wow.
Number 2, I'm not sure I could ever find the words for Knights today. This is one of the worst fucking performances I've ever seen from a side. And I've been watching footy a long time. Number 3. Thank you, All Blacks.
I thought you were going to say
You
something
didn't let
about
me
Sharks.
down. And honourable mention, Sharks, fuck you, cunts. Where was this against Dragons? All right, peace out, guys. See you in 48 hours.